Pharrell Williams' enslaved ancestors come to life, just like mine did through Ancestry.com. Today, Dr. Henry Louis Gates talks to Pharrell, and later on I'll be telling you about Nancy Dunlap and what I wrote about my great-grandmother.
The story begins with his great-great-grandfather, a man named Fenner Williams. Fenner died in 1927, but his sister, Jane Arrington, lived into the late 1930s. And near the end of Jane's life, she was interviewed about her experiences under slavery, allowing Pharrell the opportunity to read the actual words of one of his own relatives who had endured bondage, something very few African Americans are ever able to do.
I was born on the 18th of December, 1852. I was born on the plantation near Tar River. My mother was named Louisa May, and my father was named Louis May. My mother had 6 children, 4 boys and 2 girls. The boys were Richard, Pharrell, Caesar, and Fenner. The girls, Rose and Jane. Jane, that's me. Wow.
That is your great-great-grandfather's sister.
Pharrell Williams' story greatly resembles that of my great-grandmother. She too was born into slavery, but she was snatched away from her mother's arms, and she remembered it being taken away from her mother. She was born on a breeding farm where women were used over and over to have pregnancy after pregnancy, whether they wanted to or not. They were forced to have children so that the slave masters could have more slaves. Read all about it in my new book on Amazon.com, Nancy, How a Slave Got Reparations.
Sometimes I swept the yards after working all day. There was a task of cotton to be picked and spun by them. What kind of people? What kind of people? It puts a very vivid, intense context behind what it means to be African American.
Black history is being challenged all across this country. Read books like Nancy, How a Slave Got Reparations, for your children and for your family. What a great Christmas gift. We cannot let them take our Black history away. Black history is American history.